Hello students, welcome to Well Explained Pedia. Today I am here with class 10th biology chapter How do Organisms Reproduce. And students, this is my lecture 4 related to this chapter, which is about the sexual reproduction in animals. Now before studying about the sexual reproduction in animals, we should know what are the changes which a human body undergoes during growth. तो स्टूडेंट सबसे पहले हमें ये पता होना चाहिए सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन पढ़ने से पहले कि क्या क्या चेंजेस हैं जो ह्यूमन बॉडी के अंदर होती हैं ड्यूरिंग द पीरियड ऑफ ग्रोथ. नाउ सम ऑफ दीज चेंजेस दे आर कॉमन टू बोथ बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स. आप सभी ने छोटे बच्चे भी देखे होंगे, लड़के लड़की, and as the period of time they have certain changes in their bodies. Few of these changes they are common to both boys and girls, and these are increase in height and weight, growth of pubic hair, then growth of oil gland in face which are responsible for the pimples during this age, and self-conscious of our own bodies. These are the changes which are common to both boys and girls. All of these changes which we have studied, they take place slowly over a period of months and years. But in spite of these some common changes which occur in the bodies of boys and girls, there are some changes which are specific to. Specific to means which occurs or which are restricted particularly to a body of a girl or to a body of boy. For example, development of breast in girls and the menstruation begins in girls. These two changes, they are specifically applicable to girls, whereas facial hair in boys, that is mustache and beard, then voice begin to crack in boys. In boys, their voice becomes heavy, and occasional enlargement and erection of penis in boys. So these three changes, they are restricted only to boys. So we have learned there are some common changes which occurs in both boys and girls, where a few changes are there which are restricted only to boy or a girl. Now all these changes, because of all these specific changes, they show differences between the people. Means because of these specific changes, we can differentiate between a boy and a girl. All of these changes which we have studied, they are aspects of the sexual maturation of the body. If these changes which we have studied, the development of breast in girls and menstruation begins in girls, and in boys facial hair we can see voices begin to crack and occasional enlargement and erection of penis in boys. So these changes, they show that there is sexual maturation of the body. Now human beings, they begins to develop the germ cells. Germ cells means the sex cells, which are the sperms in males and the ovum in or ova or egg in female. Now, when this happens, the sexual maturity is attained. The rate of general body growth, it begins to slow down. ये जो growth है body की, जो general body growth है, that is the physical growth, that begins to slow down, whereas the reproductive tissues, they begins to mature. Now, puberty. What is puberty? It is the period of life when the body undergoes changes leading to reproductive maturity. Boys and girls become capable of reproduction, and in this age of puberty, the boys and girls, they become capable of reproduction. Now, in this age, this puberty, the sex hormones are released by the endocrine glands. Male sex hormone is known as testosterone, which is released by the testis, that is the male sex organ, whereas female sex hormones are estrogen, progesterone, and relaxing, and these are released by the ovaries. The male sex hormone testosterone is released by testis, whereas female sex hormones estrogen, progesterone, and relaxing are released by ovaries. Now, coming to our topic, that is sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is a type of reproduction in which a male gamete, that is sperm, fuses with a female gamete, that is ovum, to produce zygote, which develops to form a new individual. This plus stands for female and this stands for male. When this female, it fuses, that means the female gamete, this fuses with the male gamete, it forms a zygote, and this is known as fertilization. And this zygote which develops to form a new individual, and the whole process from the fusion of male and female gamete to the formation of zygote to the formation of new individual, this whole process is known as sexual reproduction. Now, as we have studied that sexual reproduction means the fusion of male and female gametes. Now, the question arises from where these male and female gametes come. अब ये male gamete और female gametes आते कहाँ से? The male gamete is the sperm and it is produced by the male reproductive system. Means in the body of male, this male reproductive system is already present, which consists of following organs. This is testis, which produces sperms, vas deferens, urethra, and penis, and these are the organs in the male reproductive system. And seminal vesicle and prostrate glands, all these together they comprises the male reproductive system. As you can see, this is testis, okay, vas deferens, urethra, this is the tube which is passing through the penis, this is urethra, then penis, then seminal vesicles and prostrate gland. Now testes are the site of sperm production. Testes are located outside the abdominal cavity in the scrotum because sperm formation requires a lower temperature than the normal body temperature. Actually, these testes, they are not inside the body of a male. They lie inside scrotum, which is outside the body of the, you can see this scrotum. And here the testes are there, which produces male gametes, that is the sperm. These are outside the male body. Why? Because the sperm formation requires a lower temperature than the normal body temperature. These testes also produces male sex hormone, which is known as testosterone. That is, testes are the site of testosterone production, and this testosterone brings about the changes in appearance which are seen in the boys at the time of puberty. Means the growth of the facial hair, the mustache and the beard, and the cracking of the voice, occasional enlargement of penis, and the hair around the pubic region or the pubic hairs. They all are, these all changes which are seen in the boys at the time of puberty, they are brought about by this hormone which is known as testosterone. Now, this testosterone is produced by testes, but the production of testosterone is controlled by the pituitary gland. Okay, this testosterone causes beard and body hair growth. It promotes the growth of the prostrate gland, contributes to the male sexuality, and causes bone and muscle growth. This testosterone also stimulates cells in the testis to produce sperm. Okay, and this is sperm. It has head, midpiece, and a tail. This is the structure of a sperm. Now this vast difference connects with urethra. The urethra thus forms a common passage for both the sperm and urine. ये जो urethra है, urethra is for urine, the passage of urine. But in males, there is no separate passage for the passing of the sperms. So this vast difference, this tube which is coming from the testis, it connects with the urethra, okay, and it acts as a passage for the sperms and urine both. It's a common passage. Both urine and sperms, they come out through the muscular penis. Now prostate and the seminal vesicle glands, they secrete alkaline fluid, semen. Prostate glands and the seminal vesicle glands, they both are the glands and they secrete alkaline fluid, semen. Because this alkaline neutralizes the acidity of the vaginal tract. Actually, in females, the vaginal tract has acidic nature, and this is neutralized by the alkaline semen of the male, which comes out along with the sperm, and this neutralizes it. It also, this semen prolongs the lifespan of the sperm in the vagina. Okay, and it also supplies nourishment to the sperm. So there are three functions of the semen, this alkaline fluid semen. Number one, it neutralizes the acidity of the vaginal tract. Second, it prolongs the lifespan of the sperm in the vagina. And third, the rich sucrose which is present in this alkaline fluid semen, it provides nourishment to the sperm. Now this sperm consists of genetic material. It has a long tail. We have studied. This head is known as acrosome. Acrosomal cap is there and inside it is nucleus. This is the middle piece where mitochondria is there, and this is axial filament, that is the tail region. This tail helps the sperm to move towards the female germ cell. The human sperm cell is haploid, so that it has 23 chromosomes. Okay, sperms are denoted by X, Y. The male gametes are denoted by X, Y. So if the sperm cell has 23 chromosomes, so 22 plus either it will have X or it will have Y. 22 plus Y. Okay. Now coming to the female reproductive system. Female reproductive system consists of two ovaries which produces ovum. It has fallopian tubes or oviduct. They are also known as oviduct, and it consists of uterus, cervix and vagina. As you can see, this is the female reproductive system, and these are the two ovaries. These two ovaries. These are the two oviducts. They receive the ova. Then this is the uterus. Then this is cervix and this is vaginal tract. Now ovaries are the site of ovum production. When a girl is born, the ovaries already contain thousands of immature eggs. On reaching puberty, some of these starts maturing. जब एक बेबी गर्ल भी होती है तो ये रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम बोथ आर प्रेजेंट इन द बॉडी ऑफ बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स सिंस दे टेक बर्थ. तो ये जो गर्ल की बॉडी में ओवरीज जो होती हैं उसमें immature eggs होते हैं. Thousands of immature eggs are there. But when the girl reaches puberty, so some of these start maturing. One egg is produced every month by one of the ovaries. Okay, एक दो ovaries होती हैं, एक बारी में एक ovary एक egg produce करती है, means it gets maturity. Now to receive this fertilized egg, now when the eggs become mature and it gets contact with the sperm, so it gets fertilized. So to receive a fertilized egg, the uterus wall prepares itself by becoming more thicker with rich supply of blood and mucus. But if this egg does not get fertilized, what happens? This uterus lining along with blood and the dead egg, it comes out of the body of the female or the girl, and these are known as periods or menstruation. The fallopian tubes or oviducts carry ovum to the womb. The two oviducts unite into an elastic bag-like structure known as uterus. This uterus opens into the vagina through the cervix. Now, ova consists of the genetic material. Ovum is one of the largest cells in the human body. The human ovum cell is haploid, so that it's 23 chromosomes, that is 22 plus X. The X or the female gamete is represented by XX. So it has 22 plus X. Okay, because in both the cases there are X, so we write 22 plus X. In case of male gamete, it was XY. So 22 plus X, either it can be 22 plus X or it can be 22 plus Y. Millions of sperms travel upwards and reach the oviduct where one ovum is present. The sperm travels through the cervix to the uterus, searching for egg to fertilize. अब यहाँ से sperm enter हुए, जब enter हुए uterus से होते हुए fallopian tube यहाँ पर आके यहाँ पे एक egg present है, either in this ovary or in this ovary. Okay, so these sperm travels all over in the female reproductive organs in system. Now, when this sperm gets the mature egg, it fuses with it. Okay, the nucleus of the sperm fuses with the nucleus of the egg and fertilization takes place and a zygote is formed. And then this zygote is implanted in this uterus. Okay. Now the acrosome of the sperm produces enzymes which allow it to burrow through the outer jelly coat of the egg. Millions of sperms, they are trying to fertilize the egg. The one who succeeds in dissolving the outer jelly coat of the egg, its nucleus fuses with the nucleus of the egg and a zygote is formed. The nuclei of the sperm and the egg fuse to form a single nucleus results in the formation of a fertilized egg or zygote. Mature human sperm has only 23 chromosomes, as we have already studied, either 22 plus X or 22 plus Y. Mature human egg has only 23 chromosomes, that is 22 plus X. In both the cases, it has X. Now, these 23, this sperm, when it fuses with the egg, the total form 46 chromosomes. If they are this 22 plus X fuses with 22 plus X, it forms a female, and when this 22 plus X fuses with 22 plus Y, it forms a male. So if both X diffuses, they form a female, and if X fuses with Y, a male is formed. Now this zygote develops to form embryo. The zygote then gets implanted in the lining of the uterus and starts dividing to form embryo. Every month, uterus wall makes itself thicker with blood lining to receive zygote. If this zygote is received, then it gets implanted in the uterus and starts dividing to form embryo. But if it is not received, this inner lining along with the blood comes out of the body of the female in the form of periods. Now this embryo gets nutrition from the mother's blood through placenta and begins to grow. Now this placenta is a special tissue embedded in the mother's uterus. There, when the zygote gets implanted in the uterus, okay, it gets connection with the uterus wall with the help of this placenta, and this placenta connects the embryo to the uterus through villi, that is the finger-like projections. This placenta provides oxygen and glucose from the mother to the embryo. That means it helps in respiration as well as nourishment of the developing embryo. And it also takes the waste and carbon dioxide from the embryo to the mother's blood. Means placenta has a very important role to play for the developing embryo. Now fetus, the developing embryo. Now this embryo, zygote बना था, zygote में division होना शुरू हुआ. Zygote was a single cell, it was fertilized egg. Then it keep on dividing, and it becomes an embryo. This embryo continues to develop in the uterus. It gradually develops the body parts such as hands, legs, head, eyes, ears, etc. And when these parts are developed in this embryo, then it is known as fetus. It takes 9 months approximately for the fetus to grow, and after this, the baby is born. This is all for sexual reproduction in human beings. Okay, I hope you all clearly understood the sexual reproduction in human beings. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and God bless you all.